What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about SPX6900 at the request of Mr. Hat. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into this stuff here, you guys. Sorry, I was on the Bitcoin screen there. I meant to do the SPX here. Mr. Hat, you said you want me to do an overall update. Check the golden zone test from the lowest low to the highest high on Bybit. We'll do that. I'll ramble on the effects of the price or the effects on price from the many listings it's having, and speculate whether or not Coinbase or Binance will list it. I'm going to speculate right now. I doubt they do, but maybe it's possible. It's getting listed on Kraken on December 11th. Okay, so getting listed on Kraken December 11th. That's cool. That's a big deal. Getting listed on Bybit's a big deal too. It got listed on November 21st of this year, right, on Bybit. If you notice the SPX here, if we're looking at the all-time history of this thing, you can see that it had an immense run-up. I would bet, with a lot of money, that if Bybit launched this thing on November 21st, if Kraken is launching it not even a month later, I would bet a lot of money that they were the ones buying this right here, okay? Probably. Now, if Coinbase or Binance were buying this down here, they're the reason why it pumped. Why haven't they listed yet? Why would they buy this coin or acquire this coin just to list it a month after Bybit or even after Kraken? It doesn't make sense to me. If Coinbase and Binance are going to list this coin, if that's going to happen, it's not going to be now. It'll be on the next pump. If it does have a next pump, that's going to be immaculate, right? That could be the case. That could happen. But this right here, this is exchange buying, right? I've seen it before. This is my third bull cycle. Yes, it is my third bull cycle. I've seen this plenty of times. That's what it looks like, right? That's an exchange buying. You don't have that anymore. You don't have that. At least I don't think you do, right? And maybe Coinbase and Binance, they haven't listed yet. Maybe they are buying some. Maybe they aren't. I don't know. But odds are they're probably not going to buy here. They'd probably wait for some kind of pullback to buy more if they were to buy more. I want to go over this because this is what you wanted me to do. You wanted me to do the low to a high, right? Pulling back to the golden ratio. I could see that happening. I could see the SPX pulling back to its golden ratio at 59 cents, pulling back to 47 cents, 44 cents. It could hold there. If it holds there, great. You hold that area 47 to 44.6 cents and you get back above 57 cents, cool. That's probably your low and you're probably moving higher. If you can't hold there, or you do hold here, but you can't get above this 57 cent area and you reject and you go lower, likely what you would see is a price around 41 to 38 cents. The lowest price that I would expect you to see is 38 cents, okay? If you were to hold this kind of area of support and continue to move higher. However, if we're looking at this chart for what it is, and you've got extreme exchange buying going on, and now you don't have Bybit or Kraken buying, right? Because they're about to list, which means they're about to sell. You might have some sell pressure come in which case you might see this thing go down to 21 cents, which would take this to new lows relative to the Bybit chart here, right? It's no mistake, I think, that on this Bybit chart, the only exchange, like the biggest exchange that the SPX is listed on, absolutely the biggest exchange by far. Oh, I guess you got KuCoin too. Oh, and it listed too. Look, dude, all these listings, right? Yeah, it's all listing now on these exchanges, all right now at this really high price. There's no doubt in my mind you're due for some huge selling off. If I was in the SPX6900, I'd be shitting myself right now. I don't think this is a good look, right? And I thought that it was a good look because you moved up so much and it's such a high and tight kind of formation right now. It does look good, but knowing what I know now about all these exchanges, I'm not that optimistic. It's very rare. Like even on like if KuCoin just listed SPX, if it just listed it, that's a big exchange. That's bearish enough for reason for it to go down. But you have KuCoin, you have Bybit, right? MEXC. Got it back in October. That's not really too close from here. Gate.io isn't that big. I mean, there's no really other like big exchanges other than that. But if Kraken's going to list, I mean, you've got some pretty relatively big exchanges listing this thing, and it doesn't have a lot of volume on a day-to-day basis, and it's relatively moved up a lot in a very short amount of time. I'd very much expect that we do see this thing sell off, and Bybit, probably the one with the most volume, I would think. Let's look at these highs. 67.8 million on any given day. 67.8 million. What did you have over here on KuCoin? Yeah, six. Not even like a tenth of that. Literally a tenth of that. At your best, a tenth of that. No doubt that with all this volume coming in, literally at the highs, you're probably, and it's not just the highs on this chart. It's the highs on this chart, right? That's when all the volume came in. I guess I shouldn't say that. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not the exact highs, but still around the highs here. And then now we're selling off already. We're down 19% this week, bearish engulfing candle. I very much do expect we're going to keep moving down. Yeah. And I would think it's going to be rather ruthless, actually. I think 22 cents is going to be a lucky area to find support on. We'd be lucky to find support there. And the only reason I think we could find support there is you do have a lot of exchanges that have bought it, that have acquired it, right? A lot of buying has happened. The price might not be allowed, quote unquote, to go lower than that. But being at the 1886 to 2272, being caught in this limbo zone, the 1618 is the immediate area that I'd look to find support on, but you are left open to this 1414 and the 1272 being possible areas as well. You're at 60 cents, 59 cents right now. The minimum expected target that I'm giving you is 21.8 cents with a maximum potential target of 7.3 cents. In percentage terms, from its current price, the SPX6900 could drop anything from 64% to 80%. To 87%, 88%. And that doesn't sound significant, right? 80% to 87%. That here is 80% at the 1414, but negatives are different. 80 to 88% is a big difference, right? It's not an 8% difference. It is if it's from the same high. But if from this high right here, from this price, you drop all the way down to the 1414, it's at 80%, right there. Now we take this 80% move, it's at like 81%, whatever. We take that same area and we drop it down to where it says 88%. We drop it there. That's another 37% move, right? But 37 plus 80, that brings you over 100, right? So it doesn't do that. It just compounds. I'm just saying the difference between an 81% to an 88% move is larger than it might seem, right? You're really losing, like from that price, you're losing 37% of your value. But I very much do expect big drops. 21.7 cents at a minimum to 7.3 cents at a maximum. I am more expecting something around this 20 cent zone personally, but just keep your head on a swivel. It would make sense that you probably do come down more over time. And then I would also expect after your sell-off, you'll pump. You probably going into next year. I don't think this thing is done. I don't think this is its all-time high. I think it will pump, but the beautiful thing is that we know, or at least I believe to know, that we will see new all-time highs. And I also believe to know that we're going to get a massive discount here pretty soon. So overall, it will look like a massive kind of bull flag, probably. But we're not even close to the prices that the bottom of this flag are going to be at. So with that, I leave you. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I give SPX 6900 a harsh red light. Do not buy here. Plenty of other things that have not done this in the last like month and a half, or I guess the last like few months, right? Plenty of other things that are not at these prices, right? So that's all I got to say. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.